Tonight, I want to talk about 3 musts if you are back in contact with your ex. Hey folks, I am Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Going to ask, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. When you do that, tick that bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Also would like to ask you to give me a thumbs up, comment in the section below, and check the description below the video for some information that I give away in there. But anyway, 3 musts if you're back in contact with your ex. Now, a couple of scenarios here, and I'll get into an email that I got, and I want to touch base with you and let you know where this is going. But a couple of scenarios here. You know, you've been in no contact for a while, and maybe a month, 2 months or something like that. All of a sudden, your ex reaches out to you, okay? And you decide, you know, you're ready to respond, you're not ready to respond, whatever. You want to pursue that or look into it. Or maybe you've been in contact, no contact for a while, and you decide that it's time for you to reach out to your ex. Well, these are 3 things that you need to do. First of all, I want to read this email. I'm going to turn my monitor on here, get a little glow on my glasses. I'm sorry, I don't have that fancy studio equipment, just an iPhone. I'll paraphrase this email a little bit. It basically says, you know, my ex and I broke up several months ago. They had a fight, and he told me that he doesn't want to be in a relationship anymore. He just doesn't feel the same way. This is common. She says, I begged and pleaded, but he was set in his decision. He did not want to come back. So she decided to go into no contact, and she went into no contact for several months. And then one day he contacted her. And they started talking like they were friends. And she says, yesterday when I confessed my love for him again, he got angry and told me he broke up because of my controlling nature, the regular fights they had, doesn't want a future with her, and asked to never expect him to come back. Some subsequent emails back and forth. He's contacted her, tells her that he misses her, he likes being around her and whatever else, but don't ever expect me to come back. He said this several times. Now, in all fairness, this is kind of a dick move on his part, really. It's almost like he's playing with her. You know, he's saying, don't expect me to come back. I don't want a relationship. I don't love, you know, I like being around you. I miss you, but I'm not going to come back. He's trying to maintain a friendship, and he's going about it in kind of an asshole way. So here's, again, 3 musts that you must do if you're going to be in contact with your ex. Must number 1, do not contact your ex if you are not emotionally prepared for any possible rejection. Unless you're prepared for either end of the story, whether they reject you or they take you back, you must be emotionally prepared. That's why no contact is so important. Spend that time, you know, recreating yourself, finding that self-love and that self-worth, and finding that confidence that you lost when you took a shot, you know, with the breakup. But you must not contact your ex if you are not emotionally prepared for that to go south and for them to reject you. Must number 2, if you are back in touch with your ex, you must take things slow. And here's where I tell people, you kind of have to let your ex set the pace. What do I mean by that? Somewhat, not completely. You know, sometimes they may be dragging their feet, and at some point you may have to say, listen, shit or get off the pot, basically. But you have to let your ex set the pace somehow. This girl jumped right out and confessed her love to him. And apparently he was not there emotionally where she was. And it angered him. It made him mad. Okay? So if you are back in touch with your ex, you need to leave that kind of stuff out, and you need to be casual, and you need to move into this slowly. Now, if you're sitting down, you meet up with your ex maybe to catch up, and your ex says, you know, I still love you. You can say something like, well, I still love you too, but, you know, you kind of put that but at the end of it. You don't have to necessarily say something, but, you know, well, I love you too. And you're casual, or, you know, they say, I miss you. I really miss being around you. You can say, you know, I miss you too. But the situation we're in, and if they start to push that a little further, you can say, yes, but it was your decision to break up, if it was in fact their decision to break up. So that's why I say you want to take this very slow. If you're starting back into the, you know, into the contact with an ex, you need to take that slow. You need to kind of let them set the pace a little bit. If you jump right out and say, I love you, miss you, can't live another 15 seconds without you, you'll chase them off. if they're contacting you, they are maybe trying to test the waters and see how they feel and whatnot like that. You have to allow that process, unless you just aren't interested anymore. But jumping right in probably scared this fella off. So you have to let them go through their process. That's why I say you have to let them set the pace to a point. If they're dragging their feet, you know, you might have to put them on the spot and say, listen, you know, you need to make a decision here. Either get in or get out. In this particular situation, this guy is, and he continues to contact her and say that he misses her and whatnot like that. He's happier being single, but he's trying to maintain a friendship. And my advice to her was, if that's not what you want, you know, don't go there. Which leads me to point number 3. Be prepared to walk away if you're not getting what you want. This is where the emotional preparedness, the mindset comes in. What I was talking about up there in must number 1. You have to be emotionally prepared if you do reach out to an ex, or if you do get together and talk to your ex, that this may not work out. There's nothing wrong with holding out hope that you and your ex can get back together and make things work. But this is where you need to be. You need to be emotionally prepared. And if you do get back together with him and it's not going the way you want it, you need to be prepared to walk away. Just say, listen, this is not doing what I need, because you have to look out for your own needs first. If you're not getting what you want from this relationship, and they just want to maybe maintain a friendship and that's not what you want, then you need to be prepared to walk away. So many people that I know settle for an unsatisfying friendship, and it's killing them inside because they think that that's what they need to do to get back together with their ex. Okay? If you're giving your ex what they need through a friendship, why should they commit to you elsewise? The whole point of no contact, aside from working on yourself, is that they need to experience life without you. So you need to be prepared to walk away. If they just want to maintain a friendship, then that's not what you want. You need to be prepared to walk away. I have done this several times in my life. I've had, you know, women that I've been with that wanted to keep a friendship up when the relationship died, and it wasn't what I wanted. And I've had to say, I can't do it right now. You know, maybe a couple of years down the road, you both have had another relationship or two, you might be able to be friends. Who knows? But right outside of a breakup, when you still have strong feelings, very difficult to do. And my recommendation is, if this is somebody that you want to get back together with, do not be their friend. Now, all people are different, all breakups are different, and there are exceptions to this rule from time to time. But as a general rule, if this is someone you want back, don't be their friend. It's too difficult on you, it's too hard on you, you know, and it's killing you inside, and they're getting, you know, what they need. They're getting whatever emotional support that they need from you. So you have to be careful of that. Anyway, folks, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. 3 musts. You must be emotionally prepared for the rejection. If you are in contact with them, you must take things slow and let them kind of set the pace. And you must be prepared to walk the hell away if it's not going where you want it. Again, folks, Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life, write a better love story. And listen, the channel's growing. I really do appreciate it. My God, I appreciate everyone. My subscribers are growing, the views are growing, and I really do appreciate it. I've got some very nice comments and some very nice emails. I appreciate that. I mean, God bless you all. If there's something you want me to talk about, and I'm not an expert on all subjects, but if there's something that you want me to talk about, if you have a question, leave a comment in the section below, and if I get enough interest in one particular subject, I'll make a video on it. But anyway, folks, again, have a great night. Thank you so much. God bless.